Good morning and welcome to another chair yoga from the farm, sponsored by Marshall YMCA. If you ever want to connect online, this is a website you could use. All right, so let's get started. It's a beautiful day here on the farm. You can hear the birds. You can see that the dew on the grass is having everything stick to the bottom of my feet. And as we go along, this chair starts to kind of slowly sink into the ground, which is somewhat problematic. Hopefully I'll stay on. All right, let's get started with a spirit of generosity and cooperation and gratitude on this beautiful day. So, as we frequently do, we'll sit up nice and straight and just focus on our breathing at first. You can close your eyes if you like. Nice, slow and deep belly breaths. If you prefer having music in the background, you might want to put some of that on. Otherwise, you'll hear a few of the many birds that are providing background music. All right, and let's slowly, as we're breathing nice and deep, inhale over to your right and to the left. And to the right and to the left. And we'll come to center and bring that chin straight on down to your chest and back on up, looking towards the ceiling or the heavens, and back on down and up. All right. And can you sit down, Tasha? And we'll keep it going here. And let's just roll the shoulders around. And reverse. Okay. All right. Now what I think I'm going to do is a little bit of not shoo the cat, but shoo the dog for now. So you scoot out over there, pup. There. Why don't, as long as we're have the feet straight out, go ahead and pull those toes back. Okay, and then forward. Move the ankles forward and back. Okay, and now let's make some circles with them. And we'll go the other way. So I have a feeling this session might have a few distractions here with my pup here, Tasha. She wants really to be petted. I wish you could be here to take over some of the petting jobs. Okay, and we'll come on down. All right, let's do the greeting where we're going to bring our hands to our heart and we're going to inhale up and out. And as we go out, we'll exhale and lean forward. So let's just follow me. Inhale, arms out, exhale together and down. Come on back. Inhale and out. Exhale together and down. Inhale, up, out, exhale together. And one more, up, out, together, exhale now. And come on back. Let's just keep those hands at your heart center, and we'll scoot over to the right and nod. To the left and nod. To the right, nod. To the left, nod. To the right, nod. And one more. And we're right back home. And so now what we're going to do is take the left hand onto the right knee, and we're going to twist, raise that right hand up and reach around behind your chair and just turn all the way back. And just hold that for a bit. Now keep your shoulder back there. Bring the chin around, looking forward over the other shoulder. And we'll come right back to center. We'll do the same thing, other side. Right hand, left knee. Float the left back. Turn. Looking all the way behind. And bring the chin back on over. And we'll come on back. All right. Let's loosen up our shoulders just a little bit, and we'll bring our arms straight on out. Now, if that's uncomfortable, you can certainly bend your elbows and roll this way. We start out with small rolls at first, and larger. So you'll notice that I have a bandana on my head. That's for your protection. I'm so bald that when the sun hits that, you would literally be blinded. And also I'm preparing for mosquitoes. They're bound to come, although they're not too bad today. Let's come to a stop. Change directions, small at first. And larger. All right, good. And we'll come on down. Okay. I'd like to work the lower back just a little bit here. Take that left leg, cross it over, get in a good, comfortable there. And all we're going to do is hold on to our knee or your shin and lean forward. And just hold that stretch down at the bottom as far as you can comfortably go. And back on up. Uncross. Bring the right leg on top. And lean forward. And we'll come right on back. Good. All right, well, let's do a little bit of cardio, kind of marching here. The more you swing your arms, the more you'll get the benefit to lifting those knees up as high as you're comfortable. One thing, just want to remind everybody that everybody's different. If something doesn't feel right, if it hurts, by all means, back off. You don't have to do it the same as my movement. All right, we're going to come down. And hey, there's no cats around, but we're going to do the shoe the cat. And we're going to start with one foot out, then the other. Just get used to that movement. Okay, and we'll come on down. We're going to add the opposite arm to that, so bring your right foot out, left arm up. And in slow motion for the first, let's switch. And switch. All right, and you can find whatever pace works good for you. And with all of our exercises, even with these ones that are kind of moving, focus on your breathing. And let's come to a stop. All right, so here in Minnesota, fishing opener's coming up pretty soon. So we're just going to do one set of casting. First we'll cast over to the right, and then we're going to cast to the left. So left hand on top of this is a big rod, big heavy one. And we're going to hold like that. We're going to bring it way back over your shoulder. So stretch back to feel that stretch. And then cast way out, leaning way over. Come way back and way over. And make sure you're stretching at each end of this cast. And we'll come right back on home. We're going to cast over to the left now. So put your right hand on top, over the shoulder, stretching way back, and lean way forward. Way back, and forward. Way back, and forward. Way back, forward. Let's just do one more. And we'll come right on back. All right. Hopefully nobody got caught in the weeds. Got plenty of weeds and things around here. Okay, what should we do next? Let's do the one where we are going to get both brain hemispheres kind of interacting with one another. And we're going to start with our hands together in front with making a kind of a lazy 8. So picture the number 8 laying on its side. You're right in the middle where the two circles join. Go down to the right and up and around and down the middle and up and around. Big sweeping motions. And make sure your eyes are following the fingers. And of course your arms feel this, but if you're really stretching towards the end of that motion on each side, your trunk is feeling it too. Let's come to center. Good, and we'll change directions. And come right back on home and down. All right. Well, let's do a little bit where we're going to practice some of the swimming strokes in case you do have to wade out there and untangle your line at that fishing opener. So we'll just start with your right hand, the simple stroke going way back and all the way up, and then the left follows. Just make that movement nice and smooth. And let's come right on back. Good. All right. Well, let's do, we're going to do a similar thing, but we are going to put our hands on our shoulders and just move the elbows through that same pattern. And let's reverse. And we'll come right back on down. Good job. Okay, now let's do the one where we are going to, it's almost like we're running. And so you're going to take your right hand and push it out. Your left is back, your elbow's way back. And then reverse that, the left is in front, right elbow's back. And just do that kind of a run and a stretch. And, however, we are kind of running in slow motion. It's a nice, easy easy, smooth stretch of those muscles and tendons and joints are moving. They're saying thank you for doing this today. Okay, and let's come right on back. All right, next we'll do kind of the spring house cleaning where you have to open up the windows and clean them off. Let's start with your arms up here like you're doing a bench press. We're going to go up, down, push straight out, elbows up as you come back. Up, down, out, back. Up, down, out, back. Up, down, out, back. Last one. And we'll come on down. Good. All right, let's pick some apples. I know it's not quite an apple picking season, but we'll pretend. So the right hand's going to go up, and as you get way up there, you have to stretch to get the right one and follow it with your eyes. Come on down. The left, way up, looking where you're reaching, and down. And if you need to grab with a hand that's not reaching and hold the chair to stretch a little farther, that's helpful. And stretch a little less farther if you're feeling your body say, wait a minute, I don't quite want to go that far. But at least try do some of the movements. Modifications, okay. Thank goodness doing yoga is not a contest, because my body is so tight, it would be difficult for me to even get out of the starting gates. But that's why it's even more important to do stretching and flexibility and things of that nature. And last one, we'll come on down. Good. All right, well, we're going to do a little trunk tilts. So let's start with our right hand in the air. We're going to tilt over to the left and back up, down, left hand up, over, back, down, up, over, back, down. And again, if you have a speed you'd rather be doing this at, change to your speed. As long as it's not a race. Always come back to your breathing. Nice, deep, slow belly breaths. And let's come right back on down. All right, now we're going to reach down and across. Let's start with our right hand, going across to the left and down, way down and back, way down and back, 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 down. And back. Good job. All right. Well, why don't everybody grab your strap so that we can work that a bit. It's early enough in the morning I can still have my chair yoga coffee. Okay. So we're going to have this straight out in front, about shoulder length. A lot of these we just repeat. Do the same over to the right and to the left. To the right. So hopefully you're getting a feel for some of the routine. I don't throw a lot of different ones in there so that you can actually relax into the flow of this and kind of escape. All right, and we'll come right on down. Okay, we're going to go straight on up in the air, and we're going to tip to the right and to the left, to the right and left. Left, and let's come right back on top, and we're going to turn over to the right and then to the left, to the right and left, to the right and left and right. Last one, and we'll come down there. Good. All right, let's just come straight out, still with shoulder length, and pull 2, 3, 4, relax. Again, pull 2, 3, 4, relax. All right. And now stretch your hands out just a little bit. Your right hand's in front, and pull 2, 3, 4, relax. Switch sides. Left in front, pull 2, 3, 4, relax. One more on the right, pull 2, 3, 4, relax. And the left, pull 2, 3, 4, relax. All right, and let's just drop it right over your legs. Reach underneath, grab the opposite ends so that you can pull and just squeeze those legs together with the strap. And we're going to resist by pushing away, by keeping the strap tight. So push away, 2, 3, 4, relax. Away, 2, 3, 4, relax. Away, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Good. All right, let's go ahead and take the strap, set it on the ground by your right foot, put your foot on top, bring that foot straight on out, and we're going to stretch the hamstring. Pull the toes back a bit and lean into it. And breathe into those little stretchings, tingling you might be feeling in your hamstring. Good. Okay. Relax it a bit, and we're going to swing away and across. Away, across, away, across, away. The last one across, and bend the knee. Pull that right on up. Take your left hand and bring the heel up towards your chin. Still remembering to breathe. Focus on that too. And relax a bit. Rock back and forth. All right, good. And let that foot come on down. And let's give a treat to the left leg. All right, and that one comes straight on up. Toes back, lean into it. And breathe into it. Relax a bit, and we're going to swing away and across. Away, across, away, across. Last one, away, across. Knee bends, pull it up. Right hand grabs the heel, brings it up towards the chin. And let's relax a bit and rock it back and forth. Okay, and bring let's just do a little bit where we're going to go behind our head with the strap. So start at shoulder distance and bend the elbows, come back and forward, back, forward, again back, and stop in front, scoot out about 3 inches each side, back, forward, back, forward, back, and stop up in front, scoot out another 3 or more, and back, forward, back, forward, back, and forward, and we'll stop there. Let's keep them out nice and straight like this. And let's just do an end with turning way over to the right and way over to the left. It's a little different with our hands out farther. And we'll come on down. Good. And nice work. We can set the strap aside. And let's get up and stand behind our chairs for a little bit of balance work. So, as we're doing balance things, of course, remember the chair is your friend. The more comfortable you are and grounded, if you feel, you can not use the chair for as much support, but I think it's mighty handy to have. So let's start out with our right foot going under and then back. So under and back, under, back, under, back, under, back, and come back home. All right. And as you're going back, you're leaning forward a little bit, as you noticed. So under with the left and back, under, back, under, back, under, back. Let's just do one more. Under, back. Good. Okay. And now we'll do a little bit where we're going to go up on our tiptoes. So up, and this is a stretch. And then roll back on the heels for another stretch. Up and back. Up and back. Last one, up and back. Good. Now let's take our right foot, turn it out to the side. We're going to lift the knee 4 times. So up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, and down. Okay, just keep it right there. Let's go up and just rotate that ankle a bit. And change direction. Good, and we'll come on down. All right, turn the left foot out. And up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Now we'll roll the ankle again. So bring the knee up, roll, and roll the other way. All right, good. Nice work. Okay, let's do a little bit where we're going to do those push-ups, and we're going to be stepping back with, let's start out stepping back with your left foot. So your right's in front, your knee's over the ankle. And we're going to just go down for 4 push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. And as you come up, raise your left hand, float it on back, looking back. And bring it on back up. And bring the back foot forward. And let's leave the left foot in front, bring the right back, it's turned out a bit. Front leg, the knees over the ankle, 4 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you come up, raise your right hand, float it back, and turn on back, looking towards that hand that's in the back. Sometimes my knee likes to pull over. Try to keep that over your ankle. You can check that once in a while. And come on back. All right. Let's do a little bit of balance work here. Let's grow the tree. You can always have one hand on there, or you can try grow the tree, maybe with your palms at your heart first. But this is always okay to hold the chair. So we're going to take our right heel. You could put it on your ankle. You could bring it up to your calf, about just to the calf. And then let's grow the tree. And again, if you need to have one hand on the chair, fine. Bring the hands back together. And the foot is down. Let's do the same with your roots going down with your right foot. The left heel could be on your ankle, on the right ankle. And you can have your hands in heart center or on the chair. And perhaps move that foot up to your calf. Sometimes what they call a drishti spot, maybe about 5-6 feet in front on the floor or the ground, is good to look at to help you stay stable. Grow your tree when you're ready, using one or both hands. And let's come right on back and down. Nice work. Let's have a chair. And we'll get ready to do, this is kind of the part where we're going to go back and really focus on breathing and calming down. So let's just first do some leaning forward, almost like you could be stirring a big pot of soup. Good, and we'll change direction. All right, and we'll come right back here. How about a little bit where we're going to put our right hand on top, the left underneath here. Little Tai Chi movement going over to the right, and turn when you get all the way over. And turn. Focus on your breathing, nice and easy. All right, and we'll come back. And now what we're going to do is have a little bit of music. We could call this kind of the Shavasana time, like we do in yoga. Usually we're laying on our backs, and for this part, you're sitting in a chair, unless you prefer to get on the floor. But some nice, easy breaths. Close your eyes. I'll add a little bit of music, and then we'll get to a point in the middle of that where you'll be doing the breathing like this. So, go ahead and relax a bit. Breathe nice and easy. Bring your hands to your heart center and continue nice, easy breath. Namaste.